What's going on, guys? Going to be showing you how to carry on Nidalee jungle. For your runes, you're going to want Dark Harvest, Sun Impact, Eyeball Collection with Ravenous. Secondary runes, Absolute Focus and River Walking, Water Walking. It looks like they're actually invading us, which is interesting. People don't normally invade you when you're on Nid. Your level 1's decent because of her Spear Toss. If they do threaten the invade, you have a pretty good counterplay to it. Nid does play better off of red side than blue side, but she can definitely play off of blue side as well. I actually plan on just doing a 3-camp clear and invading the Vi. If you're getting a leash on red side, it's generally best a 3-camp clear, like red, golem, wraps, and then gank. But off of this side, it's I think it's a bit better to just 3-camp clear, get level 3, and you'd be just better off that way. You don't really need smite for Gromp. Gromp kills you more the lower on health you are anyways. So we'll just smite the blue, get the long spear toss off, and try to keep ourselves healthy. The hardest thing about Nidalee is just how low on health she gets. And if you don't manage your spacing and your ability swaps, you have to constantly be tossing out abilities. Otherwise, you're going to get chunked. Go straight back into cougar form. Try to play around bushes for the extra movement speed. And now we're going to go for red buff into invade. We should be able to easily solo Vi. That's why I'm playing for a 3-camp clear invade. And get spear tossed down, kite it back, W straight into Q. And your Q on tiger form is a auto resetter as well. I guess you'd call it cougar form. Alright, got the thing done. Now we're going to invade, hop over the wall around 240, heal ourselves, and we'll be getting all of our health back. Here's Vi. She shouldn't be able to keep up with us. Got the Q off. I should be able to kill her on her blue buff. I kind of had to pull out a bit there. She's dead. Feels bad. Nidalee is really hard to fight in 1 versus 1, especially if she doesn't. She kind of gets to decide if she wants to fight you to the death or not, because you always have the escape route with your jump. Even though Vi isn't the easiest champion in the world to fight, it's very doable on Nidalee. Alright, man, my graphics card's freaking out there. We need to get a trap down right there. Your traps are awesome for finding where the enemy junglers are, or if you're in a tight situation like I am here. It gives you a big heads up if you're gonna die or not. So I laid it in a spot where she's likely to step through. She may just go for her wolves. She 3-camp cleared red side and tried to gank my top lane. She was gonna cheese my laner. She's probably going for. She could be going for opposite side scuttle. That is an probability. Oh, she's just going bot instead. We're gonna keep hitting these bushes as we're crossing through. Don't know if we're gonna get here in time. It'll be close. Swapping the cougar. We're gonna stay on her with our autos. We're gonna auto attack Q. Miss the Q. That was tragic. If we landed the Q, I don't think we would have been able to kill her, but we definitely would have been able to set up a Dark Harvest. Healing yourself, even if you don't necessarily need it, is a good thing to do when you're in your ganks, because you get a bunch of extra attack speed off of it, and it's how you're gonna get your damage down. Your red buff auto attacks and your auto attacks in general is what allows you to land your skill shots when the enemies know you're there, because it puts that damage pressure on them to where if they just stand still, they'll die, or if they just sit there and keep juking, they'll die as well. The whole point of laying your bushwhack on your monster camp is to give yourself the cooldown from your cougar jump. That's why you'll see Nidalees, they'll Q and then immediately W. That way they get cooldown on the W, and then they'll get it again for the bushwhack. Whenever you're W and hunt a hunted target, put your W on half cooldown. So that's why you'll see that. Also, whenever you kill anything in cougar form, it puts your W on half cooldown as well. Which is why a lot of times Raptors can be a great camp for Nidalee to take, especially once she's level 3. It's super easy for her to take, because you can just kind of stay in cougar form for a lot of it. Nidalee's clear gets pretty fast once she is level 3. Before she's level 3, it's kind of bad though. Like, her level 2 clear is just a little disappointing, I'd say. Your toughest matchups on Nidalee are going to be things that can always dodge your spear, like Graves, Nidalee, or things you can never kill, like Warwick, because of his fear and damage reduction, since Nidalee is very bursty. We need to get our heal on Irelia. Nice, she did it. We'll stay for some of her turret plates. We also got our heal on her. Trying to set up these minions for her. I don't need the gold. I do want the turret plate gold, and I also plan on backing for my blue buff as well, so... Alright, I'm gonna reset. Leave a little trap in the bush, and we're good to go. Nidalee is a very gank-heavy jungler. Like I said, once she is level 3, her clears are good enough. First back, usually looking for Hextech Alternator, and then usually a Dark Seal as well. Now I'll grab my boots, and it's actually a tough call. I'll just go ahead and not get the boots. I don't want to leave base with 500 gold. You don't have to get boots in your first back. It is nice to have. It's not 100% important. If you stack the damage like I have here, it's going to help out your solos even more. Get a max range spear in. Ooh, she's on my blue. She just took my blue. Yeah, that was greedy of her. Does she want to die for this? Maybe she doesn't realize she can't fight me here. Even if I did miss my spear. Feels bad. I needed to slow down on it. Needed to pressure her more with the autos. Alright, I need that red buff. Don't know what Lucian's doing. Looks like he's trying to muscle it from me. Tried to hop over the wall, didn't quite catch it. Got the Xayah there. And Vi is dead. Rest in pieces, Vi. Got Rakan. It's really hard for people to back if you're going to pester them. You can line yourself up accordingly. You have nowhere to go. Put a little trap right there. I have the wave split right now, so their minions won't step up, and then we can just crash ours. I don't want to take his minions, so I'm going to let them pass through. He needs them more than I do. I'm all for taking minion XP, but you really shouldn't be trying to last hit the minions from your teammates when they're there. Creates bad blood. We'll wait for the Xayah to pass through. We'll leave a bushwhack there. We'll let her pass through and we'll hit her with a Q. You need to play aggressive like this on Nidalee when you have the opportunity. It's the only way you can close out games on her. 𝗕𝗂𝗂𝐿𝐾. I'm tanking turret. Oh, this is such a sloppy dive. Got him. Yeah, poor guy. What they need to do is let their jungler come down here. They need to ping him, and their jungler needs to come. Because they could keep coming back here, like, all day. And we can just keep killing them. Because there's 3 of us, and I have ranged autos. And if Rakan tries to knock me out, we just are straight into W, and they can't get me. Just remember, your Q is a big execute in Cougar form. So generally, it's WEQ. So you'll land spear. And then after you land that juicy spear, it's RWEQ. And your Q has a lot more range than your normal auto attack as well. Our top side has been vulnerable this whole time, which sucks. Hopefully we do get this first turret gold, and then we'll just start taking every objective around the map. Could go over walls. Whenever you have a target marked, it gives your W jump hyper increased range and attachability. This is where you see Nidalee's clear start to get really darn good. Once you get an item, you get things rolling. I could actually stick around. Oh, they're getting deep wards in on me here. Even if you don't have a plant, it's as easy as just Cougar over the wall, like a Rek'Sai would do. I have to kind of be patient. They know I'm in the area. They may not think I'm still going to go for this gank, though. I'm gonna lay a forward bushwhack. Almost got Xayah there. These guys are in a tough spot. I think their mid laner might come down. They're layering themselves in this crack, and that's exactly where they don't want to be. That crack is death. We're gonna ignite him, he's dead. If you're ever trying to dodge a skill shot, you want to try to stay away from walls and corners and nooks and crannies. It's like the opposite of hide and go seek. In hide and go seek, you want to hide in like little places. But in League, like you can't juke through the wall unless you're Kayn or Talon. So this is your worst enemy. Never line yourself up in that. It's just too easy. We actually should take Dragon here. We need to get objectives. We have Dark Seal stacks. That's not enough to win games on Nidalee. Once you've built your lead on Nidalee, you don't die. It's kind of like Evelynn. If you die, you just lose. I got it. Yeah, he's... Oh, I landed it too. These guys should be easy to kill. They're really far behind. Got her with the Q execute. She was low. Oh, got the Rakan. Didn't get the kill. And when you find yourself with an easy opportunity to be in their jungle with low risk, take it. Like, we have all of our camps up, and that's totally fine. Just constantly be absorbing resources. If you find yourself just indefinitely full clearing, it means you're not looking on the minimap enough for ganks or counter ganks, and you're only looking at a macro view like this rather than actually looking in and see what's actually happening. Because like right now, okay, top's not gankable, Garen's under turret, but look at him. Let's look at his items. Irelia is Giga fed and she has plated steel caps. This is diveable. Vi's come in here. This is easy gank. I actually needed to heal Irelia there. That was my bad. He must not have his R. That must be on cooldown. Trying to pecker him with as many autos as we can. We need to get out of here though. This is getting... We're out of mana, so we swapped into Cougar form. None of your abilities in Cougar form actually cost any mana. Gonna heal the Irelia. I hope she lives. That's awesome. Alright, back into Cougar form. Let's get towards the bush for more movement speed. We need to reset. At this point, we want Sork Shoes, and we also want Mejai's if we can. We should be able to get both. Remember, don't die. It's not worth it. Once you build a lead on a hyper carry jungler, the worst thing you can do is die. Just focus on objectives. And you don't even need kills at this point. All you need to do is to be able to safely take objectives. So for me to safely take this Herald, I probably want to get at least one kill before I go for it. And then they can't really stop me. I don't have to kill their whole team and then go for a Herald. So like for example, if I get 3 kills and die, it's not worth it. They get 1,000 gold for killing me. And I lose my mesh stacks. Got him. I'm gonna red smiter, finish her with Q execute. Yeah, this game's wrapped, man. There's no way they can come back. Nidalee is so oppressive. And you may say, well, why a Nidalee over another jungler? First of all, Nidalee right now is very meta. I'm personally not a huge fan of playing her. I find it very mentally taxing because you constantly have to be managing things. When you play something like Fiddlesticks, you just full clear, then you press R whenever your R's up. It's very easy. But the reason why Nidalee is since her Cougar form doesn't have any mana cost, she can always do something. Plus, she has a low cooldown dash that can go over walls, which gives her invade option a lot of power. It's in a lot of ways even better than a Talon jump, because Talon jump has a pretty long cooldown over that specific piece of cover. I'm in a dangerous territory here. Oh, yeah, I'm in a very dangerous territory. We want to hit her after we land Spear, ideally. We're gonna play near this wall. We also have river walking, so we can kite this out really hard. Oh, we actually missed that. Need to get in the bush. EQ'd. Oh, I almost got that. Vi's here. I can smell it. Smell that stink. She's dead. Ah, missed my wall jump. That's alright. We gotta lay Herald now. It makes sense. Once you get a pick or two, it's the best time, because then it's hard for them to step up to stop you. I'm gonna toss our Q over. There's nothing here. Oh, this guy's so doomed. He lived somehow. Oh, look at that damage. I'm out of mana, so I gotta kind of chill in the jungle. I'm getting 20 mana back per second. Now I have enough for 2 spear tosses. Your Q in Cougar form does a lot of damage if you have your target marked. It says it right there. It's increased 40% damage if it's marked. Your W just gets more range and auto locks. And your E doesn't get diddly squat if they're marked. Which I think is kind of dumb. I feel like your E should get something. Because, like, why would your Q and your W but your E doesn't? You can go over corners as well. It's not just full wall pieces. Like, if you wanted to cut the edge of this, you would just, boop, go right over like that. Looks like they're playing for dragon here. As the game goes longer and longer, you have to be more patient with when you go into melee form, because you'll die super fast. So you'll have to use like bushwhacks to set up engages and just slowly whittle the enemies down with spears, wait for teammates to go and wait for enemies to blow certain cooldowns, that type of thing. I have literally missed a spear on a stunned target. That is tragic. There we go. We landed one. And you move faster towards hunted targets. So whenever you hit them with your Q or your W, you're moving really fast at them. Oh, wow, he flashed. Got a bushwhack down. Ah, sucks. Garen got it. She's dead. I'll heal myself. You don't always have to heal a teammate. A lot of times it's best to heal yourself if you're getting focused. The attack speed isn't awful on Nidalee since she's ranged. Wow, my spears are going like right through these guys. It's easier to land them when you have some kind of pressure. If they have an infinite amount of space to juke and you have no underlying pressure to kill them with, then they just dodge them. If they're chasing, being chased, or they're underneath a turret, that's like when it's easiest. Like, what the heck? Got her heal down on her. I'll Cougar in, EQ. Oh, we got it off. We almost survived by healing off of the monster. It wasn't enough. The ignite was shrekking us so hard. Might be all of the end. It's only Xayah and 𝗕𝘂𝐻𝐸 up. I'm trying to think of anything that's like worth mentioning. I guess I'll just like mention the obvious. So don't be offended if you already understood this. So your bushwhack has more range than your autos. Your Q has more range than your autos. Your E has the same exact range as your autos. In Cougar form, obviously you're melee. And in Cougar form, your Q has more range than your normal auto attack. Your execute, it's kind of like a thresh auto. Your Q. Kind of want this at this point. And your E has more range than your autos, obviously. So just keep that in mind. So if you can like auto attack in Cougar form, Q reset, or like auto attack E, something like that, it gives you like more space. Normally that's not a huge deal. Like when Garen was chasing me there, he wasn't quite in range to hit, and then I was running this way, and then I just E'd real quick from behind, like turned around, because you can turn it around really quick like that. So he's chasing, and I was like, boom, boom. And I almost lived because of it. It's just his ignite did a bit too much damage. We need to push bot side in now. I know they got my shutdown. They got 1,000 goals for killing me. We need to step up and poke now. I'll try to get one on 𝗕𝘂𝐀𝐋𝐒. 𝗕𝗂𝘂𝐴𝑔𝑎𝑟. Why is no one hitting the minions? Like, hit the minions, guys. Makes it hard for me to poke if the minions are in the way. Nice. Got him. Really good 𝗕𝗂𝘂𝐂𝐻 cage. Got it. 600 damage almost. And then we can keep healing. Nidalee is really good for sieging and pilling for AD carries, or really whoever needs the heal. AD carries generally use the heals best since their auto attacks do so much damage though. They can make the best use. The higher AD you have in crit, the more valuable attack speed is. So there, I'm going to heal the Lucian. He was getting wrecked. That took away Garen's kill pressure. He's playing Predator Garen. That's so cheesy. It's actually really good though, because you can consistently close distances. They're not even like trying to juke. They're legit just like standing still. It's absurd. Not even moving. I'll just throw it straight and sure then. There we go. It landed. Got some bushwhacks set up. They do decent damage. They do a little bit. It's hard for me to go in underneath the turrets because like it's not worth dying for a kill. I still have a bunch of shutdown. I'll heal Vex. Red smite this chick. She would have died there if I could get off my Q in time. Be nice if we got this turret. Awesome. We need to back off. We're sitting on dragon and stuff. A lot of fights in the late game look like this though. It's just you posting up to throw spears. I'm gonna heal him. You posting up to throw spears and you slowly whittle them down until you've taken a turret from underneath them. We're gonna hop out. Recommend going in a training tool to learn all the walls you can and can't jump over. Any thin or tiny wall you can. The Raptor one is very doable. Takes a little bit of practice though. And then these thin ones are just ultra easy. We have mid and top we need to take, and then we can end. Before you approach a bush, you can bushwhack, and it gives vision, which is really nice. It's like a really far forward ward. So here I can wait, I can toss a spear. I want to wait for my W though. W is really safe because it actually gives vision. Rather than just dodging the spear even when they're in the bush. You can put one right here, so you know when they're about to step on the outside. He's not going to engage, he's just going to wait. It looks like they're trying to engage right now. There's 600 damage, sit on that, Garen. Got my heal on her. Oh, that was so close. Looks like my team's actually doing Baron. It's a little surprising. Get a bushwhack down. It's gonna be hard for me to really move in on these guys. Get another bushwhack down. Yeah, they got my Irelia. That sucks. Can pressure this guy with autos. Can't believe his Predator was already back up. Close. I'm getting hunted movement speed from Vi. Goodbye, Garen. I think he was trying to arm me. He died a bit too fast for it. Very greedy of him. Gonna keep pushing forward. Oh, we got him. He almost died from that. If I had my Robodon, he probably would have died. And that's it. That is it, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think they have any more fight left in them. If you enjoyed this Nidalee Jungle commentary guide, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. My name is kingstix. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time. Looking at the damage charts, we had the most by a considerable amount. It's not uncommon, though, for a poke champion like Nidalee or Karthus or 𝗕𝘂𝘀𝗀 to have super high damage dealt to enemy champions. Looking at the damage taken, we had a pretty good amount. I'm pleased with this, considering we didn't die very much. And looking at the people who we damaged the most, I took more damage than most people at the game, so we are doing a lot of fake tanking. And then for runes, 𝗕𝗂𝗏𝗂 did a whopping 1,700 damage, quite a bit, with only 20 souls. Sun impacted 422. Then we had Ravenous healed us for 3,700, very balanced.